of the first 6 months of life, the mystery school. All right, whoever you are, whenever you are here, let me know you're here by putting a rose in the comments below, or put it in the comments below. The universe is always conspiring in my favor. Now today we are going to be going over just some of the transits of 2026. So we're going to be going over the first 6 months and how to navigate it. You come here to this channel, I always say the saying, life is the mystery school. It's always initiating you and teaching you. We're all high priests and priestesses of life of God. All right. If you are here, put it in the comments below. Say hello to me, say hello to your neighbor, or put a red rose emoji in the comments below so that I know you are here. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Happy calendar new year. As we know that the true new year energetically is that spring equinox. It's that transfer from Pisces into Aries season. But we are in the year of 2026, the calendar year. We're approaching the year of the horse, and a really big transit on February 17th. So mid to end February. Hello, thank you for being here, Kathy. Yes, if you are here, put it in the comments below. Say hello to me, say hello to your neighbors, or put a red rose in the comments below. We are going to be doing a collective tarot reading. We're also going to be going over, so this is a mystery school live, which we do maybe once a month or so. If you'd like to join the Patreon, just for some of the spiritual laws of success, basically, how do we apply this ancient wisdom to modern times? The ancient wisdom is not conspiracy theory. It's ancient wisdom that we can use in these modern times. Hello, Arcadius. I like your name. Arcadius. We don't have to live in illusion. We don't have to live in fear. We're here to thrive. We're here to live in our soul blueprints, in our soul missions, in our soul purpose. And that's everything that the cosmic blue ray is. You know, I do talk a lot about the cosmic blue ray of light. It's the ray of truth. It's the ray of co-creation. Hello, Glocky Too Cold. Hello, hello. Whenever you are here, put it in the comments below. Say hello to me. Say hello to your neighbor. Put a red rose in the comments below so that I know you are here in this live. We're going to be going over just some of the mystery school teachings of the first 6 months of 2026. Everything that I post, you know, here publicly on YouTube, on the Patreon, is how do we apply mystery school consciousness, ancient wisdom to hack our realities, right? To navigate our own personal lives and matrices. All right, if anyone would like to be a moderator, you can put a blue heart in the comments below and I will make you a moderator, giving you the sword of Archangel Michael for the comments. Found you from my reading channel. Most people came from your video. I have to go check out your channel then, Glocky Too Cold. I know I can't right now, but Glocky Too Cold. I'm going to write that down. Found you from my reading channel. Most people came from your video. Oh, I love that. Glocky Too Cold. I'll follow you. There we go. Yes, and I'll make you moderator too. Hello, Glocky Too Cold. Happy calendar year 2026. We all understand, overstand, I think at this point, that the true new year is Pisces into Aries season. However, 2026, we're entering a new vibration. And so, you know, it's understanding that, yes, you know, it's not technically the new year, but we're in a new vibration. And so with 2026, I'm hearing Break My Soul by Beyonce, new vibration. 2026 is the year of 10. That's in numerology a new cycle, which I actually wrote this all for you too. For those of you who've been watching me, you know I go on tangents, and so I wrote it all first so I could read it, and then we could do our Soul Tribe chat. Yeah, I mean, it's a new vibration. Yes, Yahweh, Yahweh, Jesus. Can you search up Story Kids? Vibration, please, can you explain? Yeah, energetically, we rise higher and higher, or rather maybe vibrate higher. So in the year of 10, time has been a quickening for some time. We're in a quickening, which is actually what my message is about today. Things are changing energetically in our collective. There's less and less room for inauthenticity. for the false light, for these programs and systems of this world. And the blue ray, which is what you see behind me, this is very symbolic of the blue ray of light. And the blue ray of light is the ray of God's will, of truth. It has nothing to do with religion or programs or systems. You as a soul, through all time and through all space. Young lady, you like to kick it like karate? Huh? I like karate. Hello, Cassidy. Thank you for being here. I should get a jellyfish, shouldn't I? That would be so cool. Now, I did write something for you today. Again, if you've been watching me for 5 years, you know that we go into tangents and all of this, but I wrote something down for you that we can go on any tangent we want as I bring to you what the year of 2026 has as far as mystery school. Again, what I share is ancient wisdom, mystery school consciousness through tarot for modern day time. Some of you may be a high priest or priestess on their journey. I am, so I'm someone who has been through initiations and going through, and just my whole life, this is what we do. We are all a high priest or high priestess in our lives. We all have the wisdom, the multidimensional wisdom to navigate our lives. We all have access to the ancient mystery schools, which have the wisdom for us to navigate. Back in the day, it's like, oh, these people in mystery school, they know so much, or gate kept, this or that. There's no gate. We empty the mind of what we thought that we knew was truth, or what we thought was our truth. We open our hearts, and the gate just automatically opens as a bunch of people. See, there you go. The gate opens and a bunch of people just joined of mystery school. And so this is the mystery school of 2026. Here's how to navigate it. Blessings to you, to India. So many blessings to India. I love India. That is my dream, to one day physically touch the grounds. Jellyfishes would be so cool in this room. All right. So we'll take a deep breath. And this is exactly what I wrote. This transmission of the first 6 months of 2026 is not meant to be rushed, because the next 6 months are not going to be rushed. You cannot rush or guess or anything your way through the next 6 months of this year. This is the year of 10, numerology-wise, which represents a brand new cycle, a fresh new slate. In the year of 9 of 2025, you unlearned who you thought you were. It was the year of the serpent, right? You shed your skin month after month like the serpent does. So that by the year of 10 of 2026, you can step into who you actually are on a soul level. Because that's all that we're truly here to do. There's so many different beliefs and thoughts and this and that. You're just here to be who you are from the soul inside out. You're here to be a co-creator. You're here to manifest a life that feels, say, like heaven, or like it feels soul aligned. I'm laughing because there's a comment distracting me. They're asking me to play rock, paper, scissors. That's the universe trying to distract me while I'm trying to be serious. I would play rock, papers, and scissors. So for the first 6 months of this year, it's not about quick manifestations, which it's not. The first 6 months of this year is actually kind of unlearning. So in 2026, you're going to be unlearning. We as the collective are going to be unlearning. Everything is quick. Tarot readings every day. 30 seconds. That's not how spirituality works. And what comes through as I say that is like my shamanic and medicine woman work. There's some times where you could plan for a ceremony. If the weather, the this, the that says it's not happening, it's not happening. It's like the patriarchal programs and systems where it's linear and this and that, and this is what we do every day, and we go with the flow. But there's a balance though, right? Where we still live in this world. So it is okay to merge with the world. Like it's okay to do so. To find your flow in this world of programs and systems. It's about timeline selection. Right now is pivotal. It's crucial. From now So today's January 3rd, happy full moon in Cancer. Go release those emotions with the Cancer energy. We understand that, Vedic astrology, it's the different signs. It's actually more accurate. But most people would say that, it's with the tropical astrology, Western astrology, the full moon in Cancer. From now all the way to February, say 16th, right? Valentine's Day, basically. It's pivotal, it's crucial. Your decisions, your choices that you make are very crucial. I love how I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be here and I'm going to be serious. And the comments are funnier than they've really ever been. Popeyes or church's chicken. I don't live in a state that has churches, I think. So I think there's maybe one churches. So balance. We're standing at the threshold, of the initiations of 2026. Again, life is the mystery school. It's always initiating you. And that's what everything I do on YouTube, through tarot, on Patreon as well. We don't have to fear the shadow, karmic cycles, devil cards, death cards. Take it, wield it, transmute it to your soul destiny, to your power. The first 6 months of this year, they're actually not about quick manifestations. It's about building this program, the structure, the daily routine and discipline. 2026 is the year that, and this is coming from an all Pisces 12th house. I'm a 12th house stellium and a Pisces stellium at the same time. Like, say, delusional spirituality. But by that, I mean, you didn't plan for it. You didn't work for it. Just like, well, let me light the candle and then it's going to happen. Well, the tarot reading said it's going to happen, so it's going to happen. Overnight success, any type of success, has always come through some sort of work, even if it's in the unseen, the thoughts, right? The limiting beliefs, the work that you've done on yourself, the plan. How do you live your daily life? Does your daily routine fit that life that you keep talking about, right? Are you living say in alignment with what you're talking about, what you're dreaming and manifesting? Are you preparing your life for it? I'm getting ready, right? That's saying. And I was talking to a Pisces. We've been saying that for 2 years. That's as long as Saturn's been in Pisces, which now it's moving back to Aries. And so this year, why is it not manifesting what the tarot readers are saying? Or this or that, because you cannot just light it. And that's coming from the high priest witchy girl. You cannot just light a candle and then your life changes. You could maybe manifest. You can definitely manifest. And that's the thing about the new age spirituality. You could do it and then you lose it, or this or that, or you can't multiply it or maintain it, or whatever it may be. And so that's the balance that's happening in the year of 10. Basically, the universe is like, hey, we want you to win. We want you to be successful. But all those things that you're manifesting, that you're dreaming about, that you're praying about, doing rituals about, whatever it may be, it needs you to show up to be in alignment with that, right? Is the mind in alignment? Is the daily routine, our choices in alignment? And so that's a big thing of the first 6 months of 2026. You can fly high and thrive. It can drag you, which for anyone who also just saw the Pisces reading that just uploaded, it was kind of Saturn coming through that reading. What you choose to anchor now determines the reality you live for the next 10 years or more. And that's the year of 10. Last year, and it was actually December 2024, I said the exact words, 2025 will be 10 years of closing out karmic cycles in one. I will say I kind of saw that, however, this year of 2026 determines your next 10 years, and I have chills as I say that. So the big picture, January to June 2026, the dominant themes that shape the first half of, say, the initiations, right, of the collective of this year, it's going to be Saturn going back into Aries. Thank God. For anyone who has a lot of Pisces placements, just thank God. Right? So Saturn going into Aries, especially you Pisces in mutable placements, it can get really good for you. It can. If we didn't just complain about Saturn for the past 3 years, it can get really good. We also have Neptune that enters Aries. Now, February 17th, like I said the other day, they're going to smooch. Okay, they're going to kiss. And it's funny, right after Valentine's Day, Saturn and Neptune in Aries. Aries is truth. It's the first house. It's fire. It's let's get going. Saturn and Neptune can work together in your favor. What you thought was unattainable, it's not if you prepare yourself for it. If you utilize your ancient wisdom, multidimensional wisdom, right? All the balance of, say, the manifesting, but also making sure you're in alignment for that manifestation, or it dissolves illusion. So those are the two different timelines we're going to see. You may experience both, and that's okay too. And also, would anyone like to be a moderator? Feel free to put it in a Rose comment below, and I'll donate a tin of sardines. Thank you so much. Ice Spice. Ice Spice is actually associated with Isis. Her name was supposed to be Isis, and they changed it to Ice Spice. Say my name, say my name. Say my name. My name is Mike. Oh, I didn't see that. See, I didn't see the other part, Mike. I didn't see the other part of what you said. Hi, Mike. Yeah, exactly. With Ice Spice, they call her Isis. That's actually like her nickname, and she's actually I don't know if she works with Isis, so I don't know that. I don't know. I'm not gonna also judge of what I don't know, but I do know she knows of goddess Isis, Ice Spice, and that's why you look like Popeye's girlfriend. Well, Popeye's is very successful. Popeye's like the actual Popeye, like the one that on the leaf of the spinach. Well, he's successful too. Thank you, Glocky, for that one, but I'll take it. So, the exact conjunction of Saturn and Neptune in Aries is on February 17th, 2026. And again, it's like two timelines where if you're doing the work, you can be blessed, okay? This is a portal, February 17th, where life can change, timeline jump can happen. It's also going to dissolve illusions, though, where it's like, no, this is not working out. Pluto continuing its long initiation through Aquarius for as long as we are all here, because that's 250 years. Jupiter is going to finish its exalting journey through Cancer, and eclipse activations along the Pisces-Virgo axis are going to start come March, okay? And when it comes to eclipse season, remember, whatever happened last eclipse season, some of those themes come up again. Some of the rewards also come up again, all right? And so just be mindful of that. Especially with last year. Last year was a year of 9. Truly, year 10 can be rewards. It's still going to ask you to do some work, where again, year 9, you shed your skin of who you thought you were to come into authentic self. And year 10 is basically like, well, who am I? Where do we go from here? After all that happened in 2025, the year of 9, where do we go from here? It can be a fresh, clean slate. You may even have, a little bit of karmic cycle still clearing out. Again, the true New Year is Aries season, which is when we're really going to see things start to take off. But those are some of the things coming. It's the moment where dreams become embodied or dissolve. And so that's the Neptune energy of the dreams. Saturn energy is logic. It's realistic. Are they going to become embodied? Again, where like you start living that dream life. The life that you keep talking about, you start living it, it's seeing it, or it dissolves. And so Saturn and Neptune, February 17th, it's going to be the great initiation into soul purpose and soul mission and dharma. Saturn structure, responsibility, time, karma. Neptune is dream, spirit, illusions, and transcendence. When these two meet, the universe is going to ask us this question: can your dream survive reality? Can your dreams and can your delusions survive reality? That right there, that's a bar. But it's so true, where you can truly have what it is that you're manifesting, maybe that you desire, soul mission, soul purpose. And it's just saying, hey, but we need a plan, And so say, for example, you are a Reiki practitioner. It's your dream to have like a crystal shop or your own office. What is it going to take to get there? Say like you've never had credit before ever, which, you can still manifest it without credit. I don't know. You could transcend all these systems and stuff. But It's just like things like that, right? Where it's like, what is it really going to take? You know, like, yes, you know, you can jump through loopholes and manifest in other ways, and it happens. But like, what is it going to take? You know, what is it going to ask from you for your daily schedule? Are you prepared to hold an office, to hold a crystal shop, right? Where that, when you have your own, say, business, right? It's not 40 hours. That is your whole life. Are you prepared for that? Are you responsible enough to open and close the store to this, you know, things like that. So I'm just giving that example. Let's see, in Aries season, and even with the planets going into Aries, the initiation becomes deeply personal. Aries is the I. Aries also is like the ego, things like that. And so it's not about saving the world. It's about taking responsibility for your soul's direction. You know, how do I want to word this? Because this one I didn't write down. If you have a big dream or goal, you just need a plan and a vision. But again, it's like spirit is going to the world, right? Collective energy. The dreams that don't have the structure or foundation will dissolve for you to be aligned, right, to your true soul direction. So from February onward, anything that has built on just fantasy, avoidance, spiritual bypassing, or an ungrounded vision dissolves. Not as punishment, but as redirection. You know, and it's like those relationships where like it dissolves, right? Where it's like, you want to do this, you want to, maybe, I don't know, you want to go to Bali, right? All of a sudden, all these things start coming up where it's like, you know, I wanted to go to Bali, but, you know, these things are now coming up. So that's what's going to happen from February and onward into June, where it's basically saying of like reality check. But again, you know, like your soul mission, your soul purpose is not delusional. So this is also coming through channeled. Your soul mission, soul destiny, soul purpose is not delusional. If you have been given, say, a soul destiny, there are cultures, religions, and traditions that give you that at birth, during certain times of life, etc. There's Akashic records, right? There's so many different things, right? Or ways to like, this is my soul mission or purpose, or this is my soul destiny. That's not delusional. That's attainable. It's just like, how do I get there, right? What do I, kind of like a Rubik's Cube, right? A Rubik's Cube. What mentally, emotionally, what things do I need to change in my life within to get there or to align to it? And that's what's going to happen. Neptune and Aries, or rather Saturn and Neptune and Aries is going to say, if you want a new world, if you want a new life, you must become a new authority. And so in the year of 2026, it's basically saying, I am the authority of my life. But again, Saturn and Aries, Saturn is not going to let you say of like, well, it's not my fault. Well, soul lessons, right? It's not your fault. Or you didn't do it, or this or that. You still got to learn it, right? Or it's like, well, life didn't hand me these things in life. I still need to get up and create a life for myself because life didn't hand it to me. And that's really what Saturn and Neptune is saying, is like, well, if you want a new life, a new world, a new reality, do it. And yes, it's a little bit of manifestation and delusion. Some of it's by just doing it, you know, making those hard choices and decisions. Yes, and you know, I like that you mentioned that too, Glocky, too cold. So when readers say don't worry about the how, sometimes it's a balance, you know, where I have a lot of Pisces in my chart. I'm a Pisces stellium, but I'm also a 12th house stellium in another sign that's not Pisces. So I have a lot of the Piscean house and just Pisces energy and Venus, which can eat. That's Neptune and Venus. I will say I'm actually kind of surprised though, of like, I am pretty logical and realistic with the balance of my Piscean energy though, of it's not always, but just trust. No, sometimes people say or stay in just trust for 10 years. God is actually God is asking you to get up and do something. And sometimes that's what I've just learned that in my own life. Again, 12th house stellium, Pisces stellium. I definitely was an escapist. I was a dreamer. or I could just like dream all day, every day, and do nothing else for my life. It's not just dreaming a new world into being. Sometimes God is waiting for your first few steps, and I don't fully, I don't always agree with the but just trust and just let it. Sometimes the trust and the how is your choices and decisions. How is it going to happen? By the choices that you are making on a daily basis and those little steps that you can take. Sometimes it's a big problem and we can't solve it right away, but the little decisions, even if it's how we think, can really determine the outcome, So if you want a new life, a new world, if you actually want to manifest, what the year of 2026 is telling us is you must become a new authority of your life. The tarot reader is not going to save you. Actually, you could go do ayahuasca, and even ayahuasca is not going to save you. If you come home from a ceremony doing the same things, eating the same things, you're still in that bad relationship, still this, still that. The ayahuasca, it can help you temporarily. Life is still going to hit you all over again. Where even spirituality is not and I'm feeling the Shiva energy as I'm saying that. There's a story of Shiva. I was telling someone earlier. Most people and everyone associate Shiva with meditation. There's one story though of him and Parvati, where she was so mad that she turned into Kali Ma. And this is a real story in Hinduism and Buddhism. Parvati is the wife, the mother that's at home with the kids. Shiva just kept meditating, but to the point where he basically Parvati was just like, you need to join the real world. You got kids, you got this, you got that. Even spirituality, this stuff that we all speak of, and I'm just saying this, because it's true, it can be an escape where we cannot even meditate our lives away. We also can't smoke our lives away. You can't drink your life away. And whatever that escape is for you, it's different for all of us, because for some of us, it's not picking up a cigarette, it's not alcohol. It could be the meditation, where it's we run to this, we run to that. And so it's asking us to be our own authority in the year of 2026. Again, we're yes, it's the tarot reading you just watched, but the tarot reading is not going to bring it in for you. It's through the choices you make, through the choices of how you think, just thinking differently rather. So how do we navigate this transit? If you're feeling overwhelmed, this is what I wrote. I wrote this all last night. Again, I'm trying, and on the lives, I can go on a tangent. So I'm trying to write it out each time, and then we get to go in the tangents. WS in the chat. Oh, congratulations, Glocky. You go. We are cheering you on and everybody else on here. I look like Han from Star. Is that a good thing? Han, Starry Kids. Oh no, Stray Kids. Is that a band? I don't know. It looks like he's a Virgo though. He is a Virgo. See, I go off on a tangent. And so I've been writing things out so that on the lives we can get the mystery school teaching in, and then answer any questions, open up any new conversations, and do the tarot reading. All right, so how do we navigate this? In the year of 2026, when the Saturn and Neptune energy is coming up, right? Where either things are manifesting or dreams are dissolving. This is what we can do. Clarify the vision with Neptune, because it'll show you what you truly long for, not that what you've been told that you want. And that's one thing right there. Feel free to rewatch this after it uploads, to even write these things down, or you could write it down now. Number one, clarify your vision. Neptune is going to show you what you truly long for. What do you truly desire? People say all these different things of I just want this. No, you don't. What do you truly want? If nobody around you could hear you, if you could not, if there was no judgment, what does your soul truly desire and want? Because what that is, when nobody is around or there's no opinions or judgments, what is your soul truly whispering to you? That's the truth. And it's not what you've been told that you want. So no, you want this, you want that, right? The programs and systems of the world. That's going to just be something that comes up, right? And that's something that's coming up in the collective. Why are the outer world programs and systems, going through, say, destruction? So that we can open our hearts, our vision to what is our true soul alignment anyway? If we weren't told by society, by religion, by our moms and our dads, by, all of just these different things, or say by spiritual community of what we want, what would your soul really say? Number 2, committing to embodiment. Saturn is all about embodiment and devotion. So Saturn's going to ask you, what are you willing to do every day to bring this into form? So number 1 is what we just said. Number 2, commit and devote to your personal Saturn. Feel free to join the Patreon. We have a whole decoding of how to get the key to your Saturn energy. All right, but that's on the Patreon. So feel free to go to Patreon/Blue Rose Mystery School. And we have just all the ways to do that. Basically, what you're going to do is go into your birth chart, look at the house and the sign that you have Saturn in. That's going to reveal this to you of how do you do it. Saturn is not a punisher. Saturn's here to protect you and support you. But in ways that our ego, and that's more the programmed part of us, right? Saturn, it's interesting. And I'm not sure how to word this. It's channeled, but Saturn's speaking to your soul, not to the ego. So again, when we embody and commit and devote, right, to Saturn, what are you willing to do every day to bring this dream, this true soul dream, soul mission and purpose, or this desire? What are you willing to do every day to bring this into form? Now, we talk about the law of 3 in the Patreon as well, and that's basically of like sacrifice, right? Of like, maybe it's like, I live my life this way. I'm willing to change a few things to bring this into matter. And then 3, it's with the Aries energy. Aries is I and the ego, releasing false identities, because Aries is going to initiate you. So the Aries, as soon as I get this, I get a message. Maybe your name is Heather. The Aries energy, it's very in your face. It's the sun, it's the ego, it's the first house, it's you. And so Saturn and Neptune that are moving into Aries, and they're going to come together. They're going to do some sort of transiting. It's initiating the true version of you, which may even be hard to own. Releasing the false identities, right? And a lot of that was revealed in 2025. The skin that we shed that wasn't ours to begin with, or this or that. The ideas, the programs, the thought, the beliefs that are just not of our own, right? Who you have been programmed to be, pretending to be, telling yourself to be, is not going to come with you for the rest of 2026. And again, it's January, but I'm filming this now because by February 17th, your authentic self is just going to be on display. Your authentic self is going to come through. And it can either come through grace and mastery by working with Saturn, or Saturn's going to drag you. Where and that's what this is, where it's like, whoa, things dissolving, but we don't have to do that, right? We don't have to get to that point. And again, that's what all of my teachings are about. Ancient wisdom, mystery school consciousness for modern times, where there are certain things of suffering or this or that we don't have to go through. There are certain karmic cycles you do not have to go through. And there's certain karmic cycles that are actually not karmic cycles. On the law of octave, in mystery school consciousness, it teaches you, wait, this is not a karmic cycle. Actually, this is like a shadow cycle. This is being utilized for soul destiny. So we don't have to just look at the illusions of life. We can use our soul navigation and compass to navigate and to manifest. This is the end of passive spirituality. And this is the beginning of spiritual adulthood, but in the collective. Again, where it's not just like, but crystals and this and that. It's getting real. It's the balance of the two. Pisces North Node is also reminding, the 9 to 5 program systems and structures of like, hey, the unseen realm actually really impacts the seen realm. Spirituality is real. All of those different things. It's not woo-woo. It's not conspiracy theory. Now for spirituality though, like for example, AI advancement, right? Where, again, it's what you choose to do with it, or even if you use it, but There's certain things in the world that we can't scream and shout at anymore. It's going to happen. It's prophecy that there's certain advancements that are going to happen in the world. There's certain deconstructions that are going to happen in the world. And so this is going to be such a balance of that Pisces Virgo axis, especially as we move into eclipse season. Pluto in Aquarius, the timeline split, and that's really what's happening. You know, one path is fear, decentralization without integrity, and power without wisdom. The other is sovereignty, conscious technology. It's interesting. Today, I was actually sent, I forget what it's called. I'm so sorry. But there is a technology thing, machine that sends from the 12th dimension to any part of your body or this or that. So I actually have it in my house here where a lot of technology and energy and stuff. But where I can actually attune it to any dimension or even frequency, and I could send it to anything. And so that conscious technology is what we're stepping into. And it's very galactic, you know, so we understand with the technology, really it's galactic, you know, like I'm not someone who, you know, like I grew up in dance and theater and art. And so, you know, I do believe it should come from you, you know, and things like that. I do believe AI can help you organize things. You know, you should not rely on it at all. Technology advancement in this world, it's only going to mirror reflect our own consciousness. So ultimately, if you're using all your DNA, right, 12 strands, 13 strands, all, whatever you want to say it, 144,000 fully activated, you can do everything that an AI thing can do. You know, that's really what we're coming into, where we are the multidimensional ancient wisdom. Let's see. Pluto does not ask for permission. It asks for truth. The more authentic you become in the first half of 2026, the more aligned your outer world will be by the end of the year. So it's asking you to like be fearlessly authentic, you know, despite of what it looks like, despite what dissolves, because by the end of the year, you can live in your dream life and you'll see it, you'll feel it, you'll be embodying your dream life. Jupiter is in Cancer. What is being protected? Let's see. Now we do have though the full moon in Cancer, so I'm going to skip over that. We're going to go to the full moon in Cancer though, and that's today, but whenever you're watching this, it can be for you. You could tap into it tomorrow as well. What needs to be cleansed from the emotional realm? Water is much more than emotions. It's also wealth. You know, when we take the time to cleanse and clear the mental realm, emotional, astral, all those things, you're making room. I'm going to get to the comments in a second because I haven't scrolled, so I can't see it. I'm sure there's a lot of comments here. Let's see. Oh, you're a Virgo moon. That's a beautiful balance. Yeah, and you can learn how to navigate that, Kathy. So I don't know if I like that. My Saturn is in Capricorn with opposition to my ascendant. So Saturn, there's something there that's going to help your public, like, you know, first house is public image or how people see you. There's some Saturn lesson there that can help you so that you're not, you know, experiencing it in its opposition or like saying its malefic effect. And then the Patreon, we do have mantras to work with Saturn to transcend the malefic effects of Saturn. So eclipse activations, March to April, Pisces Virgo eclipse cycle activates the themes of faith versus control. It's a balance of the two. Sometimes people could be a little bit too faithful of just like, well, it's been 20 years. Let's get up and maybe do something, you know, and then we also can't control everything. There's divine timing, divine alignment, surrender versus perfectionism, intuition versus over analysis. That is one. I see that all the time in the spiritual community. This is my intuition. No. Oh, how do I word this? There's one thing that I learned. It was a therapist that actually worded it in this way for me. Sometimes people are not intuitive. You just went through trauma where you have to look at everything and everyone and every little detail to make sure you're safe. But are you actually overanalyzing the situation? Due to past experiences of feeling unsafety, where you're like, what is this person thinking or feeling at this energy or that energy? Let me look at their eyes and what they're doing and the shape of their eyes. Tranquilo. Tranquilo. Not everything needs to have an over-analysis. Sometimes it's not. I see it all the time in the spiritual community, though, where it's just like, actually, you're really, really thinking into it. And false evidence appearing real. I'm sorry. If you want something to be real in your reality, even if it's fear and negative, I see it happen all the time where you can manifest the negative, your own fears, and so that's something right there. Pisces, Virgo, intuition versus over-analysis. Woo! You may feel called to simplify your life, to release what drains your spirit, to trust your inner knowing over external validation. And that's everything about this too. Saturn doesn't care what people think of you. Saturn blesses you because of what you're doing in the unseen. But Saturn doesn't care about the external. This is alignment. By late spring, Uranus is going to move into Gemini. This is going to bring rapid shifts into communication, media, the public eye, thought patterns, and how truth is shared. Social media as well. Let's see. So keep your discernment up. Keep in alignment. Be careful what you consume on social media, just in general. And look at that. I said this the other day too, but I forgot that I wrote this down. Those addicted to noise will feel destabilized. Addicted to noise. Or it's just like, yeah, but no, but there's a spiritual attack, and then this is going to happen, and then that's going to happen, and that person's watching me, and tranquilo. Where the things are always, and I've been saying this in my readings too the past year, things are always going to exist. This or that. Don't feed into the noise. Be like a rock where everything, it just falls off you like water. Like a rock. And I even see it like in the spiritual community too, though. But I'm a YouTube tarot reader. It's even tarot. Like, but this, but that, and phew. Silence is a superpower. So what are the next 6 months really doing? They're initiating us into clear vision, Neptune energy. Oh no, where did I go? Clear vision, Neptune energy. Responsible action, Saturn energy. Authentic with integrity, power, Pluto. Pluto rules extreme power. It's like, it's okay to be powerful. It's okay to be protected. It's okay to be sovereign. Authentically, with integrity, in alignment with our soul. And then emotional sovereignty is going to be activated with our Jupiter this year. And we're going to feel a little bit even with the full moon in Cancer. Emotional sovereignty and wealth that comes from that. So this is where fantasy becomes form, becomes matter, where the spirit becomes matter, where the soul takes the wheel, and where time itself begins to respond to your integrity, to your choices and your actions. So as we move into the first 6 months of 2026, it basically leaves the question, what am I willing to take responsibility for becoming? And what am I willing to do to align or to become that? It's all about sovereignty. Again, taking back that responsibility and the sovereignty of yourself and of your own life. Let's see. Because the universe is listening and Saturn is watching. So move slowly, choose consciously, and anchor what is true to you on a soul level. And that shall be crystallized. And that is what I wrote for you. So that's what's going to be happening for the first 6 months of 2026. Some of the themes, some of the ideas, some of the things we're going to be feeling, some of the life changes even in the first 6 months. And there are 2 routes. Basically, it's saying of like, work with Saturn, do what you have to do. That Pisces Virgo energy, we're getting the balance of spirit, of matter. It's going to be asking, were you really doing the work? Like we can't even say, like, I'm a spiritual channel, I guess, maybe in my niche. But we can't even just dream our way into becoming or being, where it does take you to actually evolve, to change, to make different decisions and choices. However, your dreams can truly become a reality by the next 6 months or even by the end of the year. But again, it's through this soul navigation and compass of how it's going to happen for you. Scorpio moon, I love you too. Sravati. Let's see. Have I ever tried the toad? Yes, I have. 3 times. I tried 4. Yeah, and it was always with the shaman. You know, it was always with the shaman in an actual ceremony. We're going to be grabbing just some cards to close this out too. Look at that prosperity over here. For the first 6 months of 2026, we'll just grab a few cards. Yes, I have done the toad 3 times. Changa a few times as well. And it's always been with a shaman in a ceremony. Definitely life-changing. And the 3 times, the first time I had like a experience, kind of like the chariot of going to heaven and experiencing non-duality. And I like saw God face to face and like had this death experience. The second time I had experienced all the pain I ever suppressed, and it was so painful, but I didn't see anything. But it was a big purge. It was just like something I just felt like I needed to feel in that one. The third toad trip was my most profound one. And you could even see my face where I'm just like, that was profound. I'm probably good for a long time. I was walking on my DNA with my grandmother, and she said, that's from me. She was showing me damage in my DNA, and my grandmother, and I felt it. Like I could feel me walking on the DNA, and she's like, that is here. This is what you need to heal, this, and that. It was very ancestral, the third toad experience that I had. And I had like in that experience, every family member that ever suppressed my throat was like ripped from my throat. So it was very ancestral, that one. You can always go to another country. In the USA, there's certain states where you can go to as well. If anyone is interested in shamanic ceremonies, I know many shamans. The thing is, it doesn't even have to be me. Like you could live in any state and ask me, and I probably have a shaman for you, or medicine man for you. So if anyone's ever interested in just even asking questions, feel free to email me. I can direct you to shamans, to gurus, you know, or even to medicine men or women that are close to you. Sometimes even in other countries too. I'm just going to read these before we grab a few cards. Yes, give your A game every day and just show up in your highest. Yes, learn to be yourself and embrace it, not fight it. Yeah, okay, awesome. We're at the end of the comments. I'm just going to grab a few cards. What do we have? And we'll start off with this. For the chosen ones, the ancient souls out there, tap in, as you know. And yes, you can leave a DM. I'm not really on Instagram too much, but I do have an Instagram. I even think it's Blue Rose Temple, but I do have one. Feel free to email me at letsgohome7777, so it's 4 7s at gmail.com. Now, what do we have for the ancient souls, the chosen ones, the 144,000 that reincarnated to co-create heaven on earth and their own soul reality, soul destiny, whatever it may be? Those who are here to co-create, the 144,000, the chosen ones. What do we have for the year of 2026, the first 6 months of 2026? You're anchoring the first 6 months of 2026. Let's see. Yeah, it does. This is from the Isis deck. So Isis can resonate with you. We do have the Key of Life over here. Pillar of Light, Descent of the Star of Isis. So the Pillar of Light meditation describes light, or a pillar of light, from the soul star all the way down to the Earth Star chakra. Thank you for the gift, Rugar. Thank you. A blue rose actually isn't engineered. I'll describe that afterwards too. Venusian starseed, yeah. So I also haven't shared the full room yet. But talking about that, releasing perfectionism over here, my Virgo 12th house self. And the only thing that's going to be left on these walls are specific art that has been made to me. And all of them are actually Venus. So almost every single art piece that I have was made like as Venus. So this is just turning into a Venusian temple for a few months. We'll see what we do with this room in a few months. But yeah, there's one of portrait of me that was created from like a segment, like say lighting or a segment archetype. So that is there too. But yeah, they're all like from Venus, you know. And then I do have Sirius because I have some of the Egyptian, what's the word? Papyrus. I have a few papyrus pieces that I'm putting up as well. But when it comes to the year of 2026, right? You're anchoring this wealth and abundance. Look at this, abundance. You're anchoring this. Stellar blessings of the celestial goddess of abundance. So this is what you're anchoring for the first 6 months of 2026. But what Spirit is saying is like, as you're anchoring, like, yes, dream it, visualize it, but hey, let's get the different things that we need to do. Let's clear out what we need to clear out. Let's not leave things on the back burner. That's what this reading, in the first 6 months of 2026 is saying. Now, what do we have for the ancient souls, the chosen ones? For the first 6 months of 2026, why pillar of light and abundance of Sothis? Oh, we do have Oshun, sweet success here. We have expand your consciousness. And we do have King Neptune sensitivity over here. And the sensitivity part, we have Jupiter. Like Jupiter, there's a lot of Cancerian things that will also be going on for the first 6 months. It's a full moon in Cancer today, and so we're going to have to rise in consciousness, evolve. As we all do, we're infinite students of this life called Mystery School. Earth is one of the lowest reincarnations anyway. There may be increased sensitivity. It's asking you to own your truth, right? We can't escape from it. And then you do have here the card Sweet Success. Okay, so the first 6 months, they are leading to sweet success. I'll grab a few more cards over here. And then I will send you all on your way. We do have a Pisces reading that came up today. Tomorrow we're going to be doing an Ancient Souls reading, maybe another Pisces reading. We'll have a few things for the channel members. We are back to posting. As for all of the parents out there, winter vacation is over as of tomorrow. And so we're going to be seeing some more videos. All right. Now, what do we have for the first 6 months of 2026? What do we have for the first 6 months of 2026? Isis. Magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming a reality. Stay focused. But I just love the message though, because it's everything that we were saying during this live. Saturn and Neptune, they're coming. They're both coming. Not for you, for all of us. And your dreams truly can become a reality. All of it can. Stay focused. Work with Saturn. Right? Do what we need to do. Bring our lives into alignment. How are you living your daily life? Saturn's going to come, and as of mid-February, it's going to start scanning you. It's either going to bless you or it's going to align you when it comes to your dreams, visions, and goals. We do have Archangel Michael trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. All right. And then I love how on the bottom of the deck here, we do have Krishna, devotion. All right, trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You're loved unconditionally. And as I say that, I hear the song Unconditionally by Katy Perry. Like the lyrics of that song, maybe it resonates with you, but this is also that Saturn energy, devotion. All right, we do have Dharma over here on the bottom of the deck. All right. So that's what I have for you. I hope that it resonates in a positive way. Feel free to join our Patreon where we go deeper into all of this. Now, we are going to be going live for Mystery School talks and teachings. We really get to the nitty gritty. You don't give your pearls to swine. We get to the nitty gritty, the real stuff, the real rituals, diving deeper into the teachings and even videos on the Patreon, Blue Rose Mystery School, for those of you who are seeking Mystery School consciousness or ancient wisdom for your modern and daily life, as we are all high priests and priestesses, and some of you may be on like a physical path as one too. And you can go to 144bluerosetemple.com for any personal readings, private sessions, or to join our Puerto Rico retreat. We're going to be in Puerto Rico 11/11 of 2026. And the email is on there too. Yeah, thank you for being here, Cheryl. I'm looking at all the comments now over here. I don't believe in religion. Let's see. God gave me a vision when I was a child of a church that had rooms of every religion. And I just saw like a Buddhist room, like say maybe even Lukimi Ifa room, right? A pagan room, a Hindu room, maybe a Muslim room, and all of it. And I've had that vision since a child, because I actually grew up in the church. But I saw all religions in one church, and in this vision, there was no fear. It was just like, well, what I need right here is in this room. What I need now is in this room, where there was never like, oh, but we can't do this, we can't do that. So I've always held on to that vision, since I was a child. So are you gene modified? Oh, so the blue rose. So the blue rose is from Venus. And exactly right. You're right. The blue rose does not naturally grow on Earth. The blue rose is from Venus, and the blue rose grows on the dark side of Venus. Very symbolic of the higher heart alchemy and Venusian gifts of, say, the blue rose. Now, there is a blue rose order. Blue rose goes beyond that particular order, where the blue rose order is very much associated with Jesus, Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, Melchizedek, and then other Venusian, say, star ascended masters, rather. The blue rose, though, is an emanation of the cosmic blue ray of light. So there is a blue rose order, and you'll see a lot on the blue rose when it comes to Sarah La Kali. The blue rose is the most mysterious rose. Does it exist? Does it not? Who does it belong to? Nobody can answer that. And the blue rose, again, it's an emanation of the cosmic blue ray of light. It's associated with the throat. It's blue. And so the cosmic blue ray of light, that is Archangel Michael, and many other ascended masters or angels or guides. And it's associated with truth, God's will, co-creation, source intelligence, and more. Eric said it's coming for me too. I love you too, Cheryl. Thank you for being here. Nice to meet you. Yes, they lack the gene. Yes, they don't exist. That's why the blue rose is the most mysterious rose out of all of the roses. All right. Is that the throat chakra clearing? My throat chakra has been clearing for like 3 weeks now. It's actually not just me. Where there's actually like a new flu or virus out, where at least in my state, there's another tarot reader that lives 20 minutes from me. She got it too, where she said, Jocelyn, yeah, me too. So there's something going on. But in general, when we get sick, we are getting well. And it's always an activation, or you could always use it as an activation, right? A cellular reset, all of those different things. I knew Jesus. I'm just reading this. I will actually cry. The beloved. And yes, Galaki Too Cold, that is my email. I am going to be hopping off of live, everyone, and I'll be back tomorrow. But Galaki Too Cold, that is my email. Feel free to go to 144bluerosetemple.com. You can email me or join the Patreon. Yeah, it's a blessing to see you all. I can't wait till we could physically be in space, but I'm happy with this as well. Through all time and through all space. Do you think Rose should have dropped the necklace at the end of the Titanic? Oh my gosh, that's a lot of pressure to ask me in front of all these people. Do you think Rose should have dropped the necklace? Check! I think Rose. I actually can't answer that because I'm forgetting of why Rose had to drop the necklace at the end of the thing. So I don't know. But I'm sorry. What I will say though is there was enough room for Jack on that thing. There was enough room for him. Why would she take up all that space? She could have moved over and then Jack could have been with her. So that's the only thing I have to say. But thank you for being here. I'm sending you all so much love, so many blessings. We'll be here tomorrow for more Pisces and Ancient Souls reading. Yeah, and happy 2026, everyone. Year of the horse. The year that your dreams become a reality because you were ready.